Welcome to Yoga with Susan Kelly. In this class, we are going to look very specifically and break it down bit by bit, what is commonly known as up-face dog or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, I'm going to show you from the side so you can stay seated, is to really make sure that you understand some of the terminology and the placement of the head of the shoulders in relation to the chest. And let me put on my timer. This is a 10-minute class. Okay, so bring your hands onto your shoulders, and as you lift your chest, so it's lifting up, I want you to pull your shoulders back. Okay, so there's a connection between the lift of the chest and the movement of the shoulders. Now, if you keep doing that, so keep taking the shoulders back, two things will happen. The shoulder blades will get squashed at the back, and the ribs will tend to poke forward, and have a look, you'll end up in quite a back bend. So let's come forward again and go in the opposite direction. So shoulder blades are broad, but the shoulder heads are forward. And as you lift your chest now and move the shoulders back, can you pull the ribs back, that's behind you, and stop before the shoulder blades squash. Yeah, before the shoulder blades move too closely together. Now, lift through the midline and breathe in and breathe out. Okay, can you keep that lift in the chest when you press your hands forward? Okay, now I want you to check in with the space between your thumbs and maintain that space. And I want you to keep the arms really straight. So as you're pushing forward, you're pulling back. So we're lifting the pelvic floor, so Mula Bandha. We're drawing back the navel and we're using the core. You know, we always try and use the core to support the movements of the body. Okay, bring the arms down. Okay, this first Urdhva Mukha, up face dog, I want you to have, if you can, two blocks. We use the blocks to give ourselves a bit more clearance from the legs. Okay, we're going to come into plank first. So let's have your knees under your shoulders and press your hands on the block. Now lift your front body up and push your chest forward. The shoulders are away from the ears and the arms need to be really straight. Now step back into plank. Okay, can you now push the chest forward and pull the ribs up like you were doing when we were sitting, and press the arms straight. The tailbone is down, the whole spine is long. Okay, we're going forward and up into up face dog. Yeah, so forward, forward. If you can, you're rolling over the toes. Keep lifting the chest, go slowly. And then here we are. Can you take the shoulders back until the shoulder blades move slightly towards each other, and lift the chest. Push the arms straight, push the arms straight. Okay, bring the knees down and then bring the hips back. Okay, roll the wrists. Now I commonly hear people say that their wrists hurt. Let's lace up the hands and do a figure 8 of the wrists. What should we do about the wrists? We could throw away our computers. No. We need to use them more, but we need to find supporting muscles. So let's turn the blocks down. And when the hands are resting on the blocks or on the mat, they're not just resting, they're pushing. So let's be here with the hands. You've got a bit more space for your hands. And rather than resting them, push them down. And as you push the hands down, can you squeeze the wrists towards each other? And now the chest goes forward and the ribs come up. Okay, we're here. Keep the work in the hands, keep the work in the arms. Step back to plank. Whole body working, heels reaching backwards. Can you push the hands down, squeeze the arms straight? And again, into up face dog, we're going forward, not just up, go forward. This requires wrists, wrist flexion, go forward, stay with me, go forward, then roll over the toes and lift the chest. Now, roll the shoulders back and lift. The lift comes from pushing. You're pushing your hands down, you're lifting your elbows, you're breathing in and breathing out. Okay, drop the knees and let's sit back on the heels. And so again, roll the wrists around one at a time. Lots of things we can do for the wrists. Bring the backs of the hands towards each other, do that little wiggle. And now we're going to take the blocks off the mat and do this again, but without the blocks. So the forward action is important to make sure that there's space in your lower back. We need the whole of the legs to work to also protect the lumbar spine. We use up face dog a lot. I'd really like to make sure that you've got this sorted. So push the hands down, no spaces under the hands. Push the chest forward and then lift the ribs. Take a breath. Step the right leg back, step the left leg back. Push the hands down. So there's a bit less clearance from the legs, but that's okay. Go forward, go up, go over the toes and lift. Shoulders pull back and you're just looking straight ahead. Breathing in and breathing out. Push the hands down, lift from the elbows and then bring the knees down and push back. Okay, I really want to show you how important it is that you put your head and therefore your neck in the right place. So join me, sitting back on your heels or sitting cross-legged. Bring your hands behind your neck into the middle where the fingers are touching. And then right up at the base of the skull and bring your fingers across until you feel some muscle and push your fingers in there. Got it? Now, bring your chin all the way down to your chest. You'll feel those muscles get hard. So we try not to do this too often. So all that looking down at your phone, it would be better if you lifted it up. Okay. And now let's do the opposite. When you pass through the middle and then look up, look up, look up, and you'll feel the muscles supporting the neck actually just disappear. They turn to something like jelly. Okay, there's somewhere in between. It's like Goldilocks. Let's find it. Okay, so as you bring your chin down, lift your chest, and there's this place where you're looking straight ahead and the muscles are engaged behind you. Now, can you lift your chin slightly and then take your eyes to look over your eyebrows, but keep those muscles engaged? So that's where your head should be in up face dog. Take your hands away, lift your chest, and just notice where that is. The throat is open and the back of the neck is still open. Okay, can we keep it there? No, yes, come on. Pay attention, keep your head where it was, come into plank, roll over into up face dog. If you've lost it, come back to it. You're looking over the eyebrows, you're pressing your hands down. You're not throwing your head back, you're lifting your chest, you're pushing it forward. You're using your core. Breathing in. Good. And breathing out, bring your knees down. Okay, one more thing. How do we get the legs to work a bit more? And in particular, the feet. Because everything that you're doing with the angle of your legs has an effect on what's happening with the lower back. So you're going to hold the block this time between your feet. We're going to start on the floor, squeezing the block and pressing the little toes down. I want you to really feel what that's like, and then bring the hips down. Okay, find the place for the hands. They'll be back a little bit. Okay, and then lift and find up face dog. Yeah, so you're here. We're squeezing the block. We're pushing the little toes down. We're lifting the chest. And now, how far can you look back without losing the muscles in your neck? Find that. Look up, push down, breathe in. Excellent. And let's come to dog pose. We don't need that block anymore. Breathing in and breathing out. So let's now find that transition that we often do with the breath. So we're going to inhale to plank. Exhale, stay there. Inhale over the toes. Work from the feet. Roll the shoulders back. Look over the eyebrows. Exhale, dog pose. We'll do it again and add chaturanga if you can. Inhale forward. Push the chest through. Hold the ribs on. Work the legs. Exhale, lowering down. And now push the chest through. Looking up, not too much. And back to dog pose. One more. Plank or chaturanga. So inhale forward. Exhale, stay there or lower. Everyone, inhale, up face dog. Use your feet, use your eyes, and dog pose. Sitting bones lifting. And breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, lift the heels. Bring the knees down. Sit back on your feet. Okay, so grab your shoulders, roll them back. Up face dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, is something that you can really use to help you with your posture all day long. It's also a pose we use in transitions all the time, so I'm really wanting you to make sure you've got those details. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again soon. Namaste.